Today, I want to share with you my experience traveling using American Express reward points and its fine hotel and resort collection benefits. With American Express Platinum, if you book your reservation through the Fine Hotel and Resort website, you're going to be eligible for the following benefits. We will be focusing more on dining credits, free breakfast, and free room upgrades. The choices you have on the Fine Hotel collection list tend to be more expensive. But the idea is try to pay a bit more on hotel cost, and we try to gain credits on food through different benefits. To maximize my credit, I always try to keep my hotel costs low. You will still find deals that are between $180 to $230. I still click into the $700 one just to enjoy it through the images. Here is an example of a one-day booking budget. Room cost was paid using points. Parking and resort fees were out of pocket. Breakfast was free, and there was a $100 dining credit. Let's dig into more on dining credits. Dining credits is not statement credit. It should show up on your hotel bill rather than your credit card statement. So to ask for and review your bill, resolve any issues you may have at the front desk before you check out. So how do you get the $100 credits? If you simply eat at restaurants or cafe inside the hotel, those expenses are eligible for credits. On my recent trip to Lake Tahoe, Nevada, they have 3 full restaurants inside the hotel. We were staying at the Hyatt Regency Lake Tahoe Hotel. The hotel cost was about $230 per night, and we paid using points. We spent $69 for dinner, including tips for 3 full meals. As you may notice, out of the $100 allowance, I still have $30 left. So before checking out, I ordered pizza for my kids at lunch. You will never get cash value from the dining credit. So if I didn't order the pizza, I will only be getting $69 credit at the end. You will probably get the best values from dining credits if you are paying through points and are staying for only one night. And that is mainly because the dining credits is given per reservation rather than per day. So even if you are staying for 2 nights, you are only going to get $100 for your whole stay, not $200. If you are on a road trip to your kids' sport events for a day, that would be a perfect case to take advantage of the FHR benefits. Here is how the dining credits work on my first night. Let's go through the bill one more time. I spent $1.81 for a popsicle, $69.95 for dinner, $36.21 for pizza, and I was credited for $100. Some of you may try to take advantage of the dining credits by making separate reservations every day. Unfortunately, the American Express terms has already stated that back-to-back stays within a 24-hour period at the same properties are going to be treated as one stay. Now I want to bring out how it may work differently if you have 2 platinum cards in the group. With 2 cards, planning to stay for 2 nights with 2 separate reservations, you're now eligible for dining credits for both nights. In fact, I needed to extend my trip for the 3rd night. I was able to get dining credits every day for a 3-day trip by alternating my own and my wife's cards. I think using 2 cards for 2 nights are good options if your schedule is not super tight. But I wouldn't recommend doing it for more than 2 nights because there are drawbacks of doing that. First of all, you have to check out and check in again. This may not be too bad since with American Express Platinum, you do have early check-in and late check-out. So there are a few hours where you actually have access to both rooms. We haven't talked about room upgrades yet, but since you're changing reservation, you may not be able to stay in the same room or you may lose your upgrade. If you're not traveling during peak season, some hotels sometimes let you stay in the same room even you have different reservations. Third, that is probably the most annoying part for most people. you actually have to pack and move your luggages. There are a few options there. I sometimes do it myself, sometimes I call the bell desk for help. If you're in a hurry, you could even store your luggages in the bell desk and ask for them when you come back from the date. I usually pack heavy. Remember, these hotels are in higher grade and they do expect to provide you good services. It also means it may not be easy to borrow a moving cart for your luggages, like some of those family oriented hotels. That could be the best time for your kids to take some responsibilities. If you decide to get help, I recommend tipping them well. Whether applying to high annual fee cards making sense for you, it really depends on how often you travel. It also depends on how much value you are getting from other promotion categories. If you're not actually traveling that much, be very careful. Do not try to apply for multiple credit cards just to gain a little bit more of dining credits. Now I want to talk about free breakfast. Free breakfast doesn't mean just coffee and pastry. You could actually order a full breakfast in one of the restaurants inside the hotel. On the same trip to Tahoe, I ordered steaks, omelets, and pancakes around 10 a.m. in the morning, and they are enough to fuel us through half a day at least. The cost was about $74, including tips. Based on the terms, we should have got breakfast only for two adults. I checked with the front desk. They said I could actually take up to four people to the restaurants. Different hotels may have different policy on breakfast, so when you check in, maybe you can just consult with them. There's one important thing to remember. When you order your breakfast, please make sure you do a room charge. In my case, the breakfast charges did not even show up on my bill. Do verify if it is working the same way for you. In case you're having different reservations on different dates, order your breakfast before you check out, just to make sure they put the bill on the right date. Now let's talk about room upgrades. Regarding free room upgrades, the room I booked was a regular room with two queen beds, and I got upgraded into a room with a balcony overlooking the pool. The balcony was a very nice feature for my wife to relax, and it was also a very fun extended area for my daughter. The upgraded room costs about additional $40 per night. In my case, 3 nights, there were about $120 values there. Again, if you plan to have different reservations on different dates, be aware that you may not get the same room or the same upgrade. Think of being able to check in early and check out at 4 p.m. $100 dining credits. How about free breakfast? A nicer room for your wife and a much better pool for your kid. And that's about what I have to share for now. If you find my video helpful and you did give me a like and subscribed, I really appreciate it. I do hope some of the things that we have talked about can be applied to your next trip. Stay safe, enjoy, and see you next time.